Most of us grew up believing that fruit is always good for our health. A colorful bowl of fruit on the table feels like the very picture of healthy living. But what if I told you that not every fruit is helping you, especially after 60 years? In fact, some of the fruits you may eat every week, even the ones that seem refreshing and light, can quietly drain calcium from your body and make your bones weaker over time. It's a surprising truth. Not all fruits are your friend when it comes to bone strength. Once we reach our 60s, bone health becomes more than just a medical topic. It becomes the foundation for independence. Strong bones mean freedom to walk without fear, to climb stairs with confidence, and to keep doing the activities you love. Yet studies show that nearly half of women and about 1 in 4 men over 60 will face a fracture because of thinning bones. Doctors often recommend calcium tablets, but the foods you eat every day can have just as much impact. Fruit, for example, is usually praised for vitamins and fiber, yet certain kinds contain natural acids, sugars, or oxalates that can interfere with calcium absorption. That means your bones don't get the benefit you think they're getting. Picture this. You may be enjoying a juicy fruit every afternoon, thinking you're giving your body a healthy boost, when in reality, it's slowly chipping away at your bone strength. On the other hand, there are fruits that act like protectors. These not only provide calcium, but also deliver nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and vitamin C, which work together to strengthen your skeleton, improve balance, and reduce the risk of falls. Just imagine replacing a bone-draining fruit with one of these supportive options. A simple swap could help you maintain stronger hips, steadier knees, and greater confidence in daily movement. That's what this video is all about. Together, we'll uncover the 4 fruits that can weaken calcium and should be limited after 60 pp. Then we'll highlight 4 powerful fruits you absolutely should eat. More often the ones that nutrition experts recommend for keeping bones healthy and resilient. And the best part, this isn't about complicated diets or giving up fruit altogether. It's about making smarter choices that fit naturally into your routine. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple, science-backed guide to enjoying fruit in a way that supports your bones instead of weakening them, helping you stay active, mobile, and strong for years to come. The role of calcium and bone health after 60. As we age, our bones tell a story. They carry the marks of every step we've taken, every hill we've climbed, and every joyful moment we've lived. But by the time we pass 60, that story can take a painful turn. Bones naturally lose density with age. The inner structure becomes more fragile, like a sponge with too many holes. That's why doctors warn that nearly half of women and 1 in 4 men over 60 will experience a bone fracture caused by osteoporosis. Calcium is the hero mineral that helps keep bones strong, but after 60, our bodies absorb less of it. Think of it like pouring water into a sponge that doesn't soak as well as it used to. Even if you eat the same amount of calcium as when you were younger, your body may not be holding on to it as effectively. Without enough calcium, bones become brittle. Balance feels less steady, and even small slips can lead to big injuries. Let me share a quick story. Margaret, a 67-year-old grandmother, loved gardening. She ate fruit every morning and believed she was doing everything right for her health. But one day, while bending to pull weeds, she slipped slightly and fractured her wrist. Her doctor explained that although she was active, her bones had thinned because she wasn't getting the right balance of calcium. Worse, some of the fruits she enjoyed daily were high in compounds that made it harder for her body to keep calcium where it belonged. Margaret was shocked. She thought she was nourishing her body, but in reality, she was unknowingly draining her bones. This is the hidden challenge many people face after 60. We can't just think of calcium as a number on a nutrition label. We need to think about how well our body absorbs it and what foods help or hurt that process. For example, vitamin D, magnesium, and potassium all work hand in hand with calcium. Without them, calcium is like bricks without mortar. It's present, but it doesn't build the strong wall we need. On the flip side, certain acids and oxalates can act like thieves, stealing calcium before your bones ever get the chance to use it. The good news, small choices can make a huge difference. When you understand which fruits block calcium and which ones boost it, you're no longer in the dark. You can make confident swaps choosing snacks that actually strengthen your bones rather than silently weakening them. Imagine enjoying a refreshing bowl of fruit and knowing it's giving your hips, knees, and spine the minerals they need to stay steady. That confidence is priceless. In just a moment, we'll look at the 4 fruits that surprisingly interfere with calcium and why they do it. You might be surprised by some of them, but don't worry. We'll also talk about delicious alternatives that truly support your bones. Once you know the difference, you'll have the power to make every bite count. 4 worst fruits. Weakening calcium. When we think about fruit, we often imagine bright colors, sweet flavors, and a refreshing burst of vitamins. For decades, we've been told, eat more fruit, it's always healthy. But here's the truth that doesn't get talked about enough. Not all fruits are equally good for your bones, especially after 60 kisses. Some of them, while packed with vitamins, quietly interfere with calcium, the mineral your bones depend on. They don't damage bone strength overnight, but eaten too often, month after month, they can tip the balance toward weakness. Let's explore the 4 biggest culprits so you can make smarter choices. The first is pineapple. Few fruits taste as vibrant and tropical. It's sweet, juicy, and filled with vitamin C, which supports immunity. But pineapple is also one of the most acidic fruits. Too much acid in the body has to be neutralized. And one way the body does that is by pulling alkaline minerals, like calcium, out of the bones. Think of it like borrowing bricks from the foundation of your house to fix a crack in the wall. The more often you borrow, the weaker the foundation becomes. Linda, a 65-year-old retiree, loved pineapple chunks every morning. At her dental checkup, her dentist noticed erosion in her enamel, a sign of acid wear. A bone scan later showed her calcium levels were also low. Pineapple wasn't the only reason, but its daily acid load added to the problem. The second is tomatoes. Many people don't realize that tomatoes are technically a fruit. They show up everywhere. Fresh in salads, cooked in sauces, and blended in juices. While they're rich in antioxidants like lycopene, they're also acidic. Eating tomatoes occasionally is fine, but making them the star of every meal, tomato soup for lunch, pasta with tomato sauce for dinner, creates an acidic environment. Just like with pineapple, the body may draw calcium from the bones to maintain balance. One man I spoke to, George, 71, loved Italian cooking and ate tomato sauce almost every day. When he fractured his ankle after a minor fall, his doctor explained that years of high acid intake, combined with low calcium absorption, likely contributed to his weakened bones. The third culprit is cranberries. They're often praised for helping urinary health, especially in women. But cranberries come with 2 challenges. They're acidic and they're high in oxalates. Oxalates are natural compounds that bind to calcium in the gut, preventing your body from absorbing it. Imagine trying to pour milk into a cup that's already filled with glue. The calcium just doesn't stick. People who drink cranberry juice daily, especially the sweetened kind, may be flushing calcium right out before it ever reaches their bones. Robert, 70, swore by cranberry juice for bladder health, yet his bone scans showed declining density. After reducing cranberry juice and adding calcium-friendly fruits, his absorption improved, and he felt steadier on his feet. The fourth is rhubarb. While not as common as pineapple or tomatoes, rhubarb sneaks into pies, jams, and desserts. It's extremely high in oxalates, even more than cranberries. That means it ties up calcium almost completely. Combine that with the sugar often added to rhubarb recipes, and you have a double strike. Blocked calcium absorption and empty calories that strain metabolism. People who enjoy rhubarb desserts regularly may not notice the slow drain until the bone scan or a fracture forces them to pay attention. Now, let's pause. Does this mean you should cut these fruits out forever? Absolutely not. Fruit is still an important part of a balanced diet. A slice of pineapple at a party, a tomato on your sandwich, or a piece of cranberry pie once in a while won't shatter your bones. The real issue is frequency and balance. When these fruits dominate your diet and you're already past 60, when your calcium absorption is naturally lower, they quietly make the problem worse. Here's the good news. Knowledge is power. By knowing which fruits can interfere with calcium, you're in control. You can choose to enjoy them occasionally instead of daily. You can balance them with foods that support calcium instead of drain it. Imagine replacing that daily pineapple juice with an orange, or trading a heavy tomato sauce for a lighter herb dressing. Small swaps like these protect your bones while still letting you enjoy the flavors you love. So let's recap the 4 bone-draining fruits. Pineapple for its acidity, tomatoes for their acid, load when eaten in excess, cranberries for their oxalates and acid, and rhubarb for its extreme oxalate content. Keep them in your diet if you like, but treat them as occasional treats, not everyday staples. And here's the exciting part. For every fruit that weakens calcium, there's another that strengthens it. Some fruits act like natural bone supplements, providing not just calcium but also magnesium, potassium, and vitamin C nutrients that help calcium do its job. In the next section, we'll reveal the 4 fruits you should absolutely eat more often after 60HC. These are the ones that nutritionists recommend, the ones that can truly fortify your bones while delighting your taste buds. Get ready, because you may already have some of them sitting in your kitchen right now. 4 best fruits to boost calcium and bone strength. If some fruits quietly weaken calcium, the good news is that others can become your greatest allies. These are the fruits that not only contain calcium themselves, but also provide the nutrients your body needs to actually use that calcium effectively. They act like a construction crew, helping build and repair bone tissue day after day. Let's explore 4 of the most powerful bone-boosting fruits you can enjoy after 60 town. The first is figs. Small, sweet, and chewy. Figs have been valued since ancient times for their healing properties. A handful of dried figs provides nearly as much calcium as a small glass of milk. But what makes them especially helpful is that they also contain magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals, that help your body hold on to calcium instead of losing it through urine. In simple terms, figs don't just deliver calcium, they help lock it into your bones where it belongs. Mary, a 68-year-old grandmother, used to reach for cookies with her tea every afternoon. When she swapped them for figs, she noticed she felt less sluggish, and at her next checkup, her doctor was pleased to see her bone density holding steady. That one small habit made a lasting difference. The second is oranges. Most people think of oranges as the vitamin C fruit. And yes, vitamin C is essential for your immune system, but it also plays a quiet yet powerful role in bone health. Vitamin C helps your body produce collagen, the protein fibers that give bones their flexibility. Without enough collagen, bones can become brittle, even if you're getting calcium. Oranges also contain small amounts of calcium themselves and improve the way your body absorbs calcium from other foods. Picture this. You start your morning with a bowl of fortified oatmeal and an orange on the side. The vitamin C from the orange helps your body grab onto the calcium from the oatmeal, turning a simple breakfast into a bone-strengthening meal. Paul, 72, made that exact change, and his doctor later told him his bone scans looked better than expected for his age. The third bone-boosting fruit is kiwi. This bright green fruit may be small, but it's loaded with nutrients. Like oranges, kiwi provides vitamin C, but it also delivers something equally important, vitamin K. Vitamin K acts like a traffic director for calcium, guiding it into bones and teeth rather than leaving it floating in the bloodstream, where it can do more harm than good. Kiwi is also refreshing and versatile. Slice it onto yogurt, add it to a fruit salad, or simply scoop it with a spoon. John, 74, a retired teacher and golf enthusiast, began eating kiwi regularly after his doctor suggested more vitamin K. Within a year, he noticed improved balance and fewer aches after long walks on the golf course. For him, kiwi wasn't just a snack. It was a step towards staying active. And then there are prunes, yes. The same dried plums often linked with digestion. But here's the surprising part. Research shows that prunes can actually increase bone density in older adults. They contain calcium, magnesium, potassium, and polyphenols, plant compounds that protect bone cells from damage. In one study, women who ate just 5 to 6 prunes a day maintained stronger bones than those who didn't. Sarah, 66 laughed when her doctor recommended prunes, thinking they were only for keeping digestion regular. But she gave them a try, adding them to her morning cereal. Months later, she felt stronger and her scan showed real improvement. What started as a joke became a daily ritual that supported her bones. Why do these fruits work so well? Because bone health isn't just about calcium. Imagine building a brick wall. Calcium is the bricks, but you also need mortar, scaffolding, and workers. Vitamin C builds collagen. Vitamin K directs calcium. Magnesium keeps it in place. And polyphenols protect the wall from crumbling. Figs, oranges, kiwi, and prunes deliver this full construction team. They don't just add minerals, they help your body use them in the right way. The beauty of these fruits is that they're simple to enjoy. You don't need exotic powders or expensive supplements. You can find them at any grocery store. A few figs in the afternoon, an orange with breakfast, a kiwi for dessert, or a handful of prunes in a smoothie. These are small, tasty habits that add up. Imagine swapping pineapple juice for orange juice, or replacing a cranberry cocktail with figs. Each small change is like putting a deposit into your bone savings account. Over time, those deposits protect you from the withdrawals of aging. Let's do a quick recap of your bone's best fruit allies. Figs provide calcium, magnesium, and potassium to lock minerals into your bones. Oranges boost collagen and improve calcium absorption. Kiwi delivers vitamin K, guiding calcium into the right places. And prunes, backed by science, actually improve bone density thanks to their unique mix of minerals and antioxidants. These are not rare superfoods. They're everyday fruits you can easily add to your routine. And when you do, you give your bones the support they need to stay strong, steady, and resilient. Coming up next, we'll turn these insights into a practical action plan. Simple ways to combine these fruits into your daily meals, so bone health becomes not just a goal, but a delicious habit. We've just uncovered the fruits that weaken calcium and the ones that strengthen it. By now, you might already be thinking about your own habits, maybe the pineapple juice you drink in the morning, or the figs you've never really tried before. This is the perfect moment to pause and reflect. Which of these fruits surprised you the most? Was it something you've been eating daily, or maybe a fruit you never realized could protect your bones? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a quick comment below and share which fruit shocked you, or which one you're excited to add into your diet. Your story could inspire someone else in our community who's on the same journey to stronger bones. And if this video has been helpful so far, please tap the like button. It lets us know we're creating content that matters to you, and it helps more people over 60 discover these simple, science-backed health tips. Most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Wellness. This channel is here to guide you with clear, practical advice, always easy to understand, always rooted in science, and always focused on helping you live stronger, healthier, and more confident after 60 days. By subscribing, you'll never miss the next step in your journey toward better health. Now that you know the 4 fruits that can quietly drain calcium and the 4 that actually strengthen it, the question becomes, how do you turn this knowledge into a daily habit? The answer is simpler than you might think. Building stronger bones after 60 doesn't require drastic diets or complicated plans. It's about small, thoughtful swaps that add up over time. Let's build a simple action plan together. Start with your morning routine. Instead of reaching for pineapple juice or cranberry cocktail, pour yourself a glass of fresh orange juice. Or better yet, eat a whole orange. That way, you get not just vitamin C, but also the fiber that helps steady blood sugar and keeps you full longer. Pair that orange with the bowl of oatmeal topped with sliced figs or prunes. You've now created a breakfast that feeds your bones with calcium, vitamin C, magnesium, potassium, and polyphenols all before 9. At lunchtime, look at where tomatoes may be sneaking in. A salad doesn't have to be tomato heavy. Try swapping half of them for slices of kiwi. Not only does it add a refreshing tang, but it also delivers vitamin K, which helps guide calcium straight into your bones. If you enjoy sandwiches, swap ketchup or tomato paste for hummus or avocado spread. You're reducing acid load while still keeping flavor on your plate. For your afternoon snack, Think figs instead of cookies, crackers, or even acidic fruit, like pineapple. Grab a handful of dried figs or a couple of prunes. Pair them with a handful of almonds or walnuts for extra magnesium. This combo keeps your energy steady and gives your bones a protective boost. One woman in her 70s told me she started keeping a small container of figs in her handbag. Whenever she felt like nibbling, she reached for one. That simple habit helped her skip sugary snacks and gave her bones a steady trickle of minerals. At dinner time, think balance. If you're cooking pasta, don't drown it in tomato sauce. Use a lighter olive oil base with herbs, garlic, and vegetables. If you love dessert, instead of rhubarb pie, try baking pears with the drizzle of honey and topping them with chopped prunes. It's warm, comforting, and bone-friendly. And finally, consider your weekly rhythm. Bone health isn't built in a day, it's built week by week, month by month. Make a goal to include at least one bone-boosting fruit every single day. Rotate between oranges, figs, kiwi, and prunes to keep it interesting. By spreading them out, you make sure your body gets a steady stream of calcium-supporting nutrients without overload. The key here is not perfection, it's consistency. If you occasionally enjoy a slice of pineapple or a tomato salad, that's fine. What matters is that your overall pattern leans toward bone-strengthening choices. Think of your bones as a savings account. Every time you choose a fig over a cookie or an orange over pineapple juice, you're making a deposit over months and years. Those deposits add up to stronger bones, fewer fractures, and more independence. So here's your action plan in one sentence. Limit the bone-draining fruits to occasional treats, and make the bone-boosting fruits part of your daily routine. It's simple, doable, and powerful. And the best part, these are not exotic or expensive foods. They're right there in your grocery store, waiting to support you. Up next, we'll tackle some common questions and myths, because you might be wondering, isn't fruit always good? Or can supplements replace food? Let's clear up those doubts so you feel confident moving forward. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a moment to clear up a few common myths and questions. Because when it comes to fruit and bone health, there's a lot of confusion out there. Myth number 1, all fruit is always good for you. Fruit is a wonderful food group, but that doesn't mean every fruit works the same way for bones. Some are acidic or high in oxalates, which can interfere with calcium absorption. That doesn't make them bad, but it does mean moderation matters. Think of it like sunlight. A little nourishes you. Too much can cause harm. The same goes for certain fruits after 60 C. Myth number 2, if I already have osteoporosis, it's too late. This simply isn't true. While you can't completely reverse bone loss, you can slow it down and even strengthen what's left. Adding bone-friendly fruits like figs, oranges, kiwi, and prunes provides nutrients that help bones stay resilient. One viewer wrote to us saying that after her osteoporosis diagnosis, she felt hopeless until she made small daily changes. Over time, her scans showed stability, and she felt more confident in her balance. Myth number 3, supplements can replace food. Supplements can help fill gaps, but they can't replace the synergy of real food. When you eat an orange, you're not just getting vitamin C, you're also getting fiber, antioxidants, and compounds that work together in ways no pill can mimic. Food gives your body a team of nutrients, not just a single player. The bottom line is this: fruit is powerful, but knowing which ones to lean on and which to limit makes all the difference. And with just a few smart choices, you can take control of your bone health, no matter your age or diagnosis. So, here's the simple truth. Some fruits can quietly drain calcium, like pineapple, tomatoes, cranberries, and rhubarb, while others act as bone protectors, such as figs, oranges, kiwi, and prunes. By making small swaps, you're not just choosing different snacks, you're choosing stronger bones, better balance, and more independence in the years ahead. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to Senior Wellness, and share your biggest takeaway in the comments. Together, we can build stronger habits and stronger bones, one simple step at a time.